All right. Welcome everybody to this awesome Monday night for those of you in Australia and New Zealand and Asia Pacific. And it is a beautiful Monday morning here in Canada. I'm Kat Gertson and I have my lovely host with me, Larissa Gertson. She is also my sister. It is not by coincidence that we have the same last name, but we're going to be here rocking through what we like to call the why Monat. Why the Monat factor, why the Monat thing, because we're pretty passionate about it. But I'm going to have Larissa just kind of jump in, and she's going to start first off just telling you a little bit about herself. Then I'll chat a little bit, and then we're just going to go through a few sections, 3 sections actually, that are going to really just kind of break down for you. Actually, hopefully, answer some questions for you, but also maybe create some questions for you too. So I just want to say that at the end of this call, if you do have questions, when you do have questions, please go to the person who invited you here and they can connect you with Belle. They can connect you with myself or Larissa, whoever it is that, you feel like will answer those questions for you and who you want to get connected with on it there. So, Larissa, I'm going to have you start off here for us.
Okay, good morning, everyone. As you can tell, it's a little bit early for us, but we are excited to be here and excited to kind of share our stories and just a little bit more about what we do. So if you didn't know already, I'm Larissa Gertson. I'm here in Canada with my sister doing this lovely business. But before I did Monat, I was an engineering recruiter for an oil company. And it was awesome. I loved it. It was like a really fun job to do. I did it for, it was almost 8 years by the time I was almost done doing that. And it was something that I strive to do. That was something that I was looking forward to in my life. I went to school, did the thing, did the good job. But it got to a point where I was working. That's all I was doing was working. I worked from, 7 in the morning till 9 p.m. 6 hours a day. And that was kind of what was expected of me. And I just assumed that's how everyone was. But I soon found out that that's not how everyone works. And that's not really maintainable in your life. So my sister brought me this opportunity and she said, "Hey, would you like to make an extra $1,000 selling a shampoo?" And I said, "Oh my goodness, that sounds amazing. That sounds like a dream job, literally." Um, and so we jumped in head first. And here in Canada, that is 9 years ago. So that's pretty cool that we've been doing this for 9 years. And the one thing is like, yes, it's been amazing. It's been obviously ups and downs in this business, but more ups than I would say downs. But the thing that we're most excited for is the future with Monat. Like we've never been more excited coming from our big conference in September. I don't remember the last time we were this excited about where the company's going, where we're going, how fun our team is right now, all the momentum. So we kind of say it's like Monat 2.0. It's been 9 years for us, 10 years as a whole. And this is when things are really going to start getting going. And I can't wait to see who is our next team leader and who is our next person that's going to soar to the top. So that's kind of my story. I'm going to pass it over to Kat and she's going to tell hers.
Hey everyone. So, like she said, I'm Kat. And so that you guys know that before this crazy money thing, I was actually a massage therapist. That's what I am by trade. And so I spent like a lot of my days just really just standing next to a table, being quiet and helping people with their problems physically, right? I also am still, not just before money, but am currently still a mom to a now 12-year-old girl. And my daughter has never met her father. All right. And I don't usually like to like really harp on that point or lead with that point, but I would be wrong to not tell you guys that part because it's such an important part of my why I joined Money, why I see money as this like vehicle for us. Because one of the things I found that I really did not enjoy about any kind of job I was currently working at the time was that they didn't answer one or the other of these two big, huge questions I had in my life, right? Because my one goal was that my daughter, she didn't have a choice to be born to me, right? She got just handed to me. And I never wanted her to miss out on anything. I actually like one of the big things I wanted was for her to have the life she would have with me if I was a stay-at-home mom. I was raised by a stay-at-home mom, and that was just something that like I'm not like crapping on working moms, but it was just all I knew, right? As I was sitting there on that day of like being a mom. And I was like, wow, I don't want to miss those moments. I want her to have that guidance and that time with me. But then on the other side, you guys, okay, this is where it gets interesting and probably where my brain was like, like Larissa was saying in the traditional world, I would have had a really hard time with this because I also wanted my daughter to have every opportunity that the financial opportunity that two working parents brings in. I wanted her to have all of that, right? I wanted her to have the time with her mom that she would have if I was a stay-at-home mom, but I wanted her to be able to do all of the things, right? I wanted her to be able to do every single thing that she would have those opportunities that a dual income household would bring. And that's essentially why I said yes to Monat because, I saw so much hope in the idea of being able to work my schedule around my daughter, right? I saw that hope there for it. I saw that so much excitement, like, oh my goodness, I'm already such a hard worker. I knew that about myself, right? I knew I was a hard worker. I knew that I could do all of the things I set my mind to, but now I'm even more almost like I knew in my heart, and I'm going to say a word that we don't usually say in anything, but I was like, wow, you're almost like guaranteed to be good at this because of how hardworking you are. And now you can work it around your daughter. You can work it around all the things that she's doing. And so when I look at the future here, and I know that it's been 9 years and I have been able to create, a check mark beside both of those main reasons that I joined Monat. I am home with my daughter full time. My daughter has been afforded many opportunities because of how I create an income and the income that I create. And now I'll be honest with all of you that my main goal with all of this and the vision that I see for the future is just really showing today's parent, today's woman, and man too as well. But I will be quite frank. I honestly, I focus on women a lot more than I do on men, but I really see the hope in the future of showing them that we might not be able to have the whole cake, right? But we can definitely at once, we can definitely eat that whole cake, right? It's definitely out there for us. It's definitely available for us. And sometimes it just does look a little bit less conventional. So that is my story with Monat in a nutshell there. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about who is Monat, right? Because that's a really important thing for you guys to know and understand because it's one thing to know what kind of soup you're ordering, right? But it's a whole nother thing to know how all of the ingredients are harvested and farmed and the love and the care that's brought into that soup that you are ordering when you're paying that bill at checkout or you're thinking about how loyal you're going to be to that soup. And so the soup today is Monat, and I want to share a little bit of the background details of it. So everyone always asks, a big thing is how do you say it? Is it Monat? Is it Monat? Is it Monet? Like what, how are we saying it? And one thing that I like to say is at the beginning, it was very simple, you guys, to describe to people how to say it. It is modern nature, Nate. Okay. But now we've spanned the globe and there's many different accents all over the world. And so now what we're going to say to you is it does not matter what you're calling it as long as you're saying the name. We don't, it sounds different in all of it in Italy and Spain and Canada. In different parts of Canada, it can sound very different. And then we have Australia and New Zealand, right? All these different places. So just know if you're saying the name, you're saying the right name, right? We are the world's number one direct seller of premium hair care. And that is a very big deal because a lot of different companies have tried to step into the space. And it's always become this kind of like passer over subcategory in their selection that has never really been able to crack the top. It's never been able to go and really take over and hold on as like that competing category in a company. And Monat stepped in as hair care being its one and only thing. And now we're sitting here in 2024 where we have skincare, we have some wellness pieces, we have the skincare makeup and those pieces there. So when we look at the big reason why I think that Monat has been able to expand a very quickly, very, very quickly, not just in its vast size of a product line, but also in how many countries and everything that we're in, is that we actually don't have a board of directors. We don't have shareholders. We don't have anything like that. We actually are owned by a family. And that part is so exciting because when you go and you look at the Urdaneta family, they really actually look at the rest of the Monat field, whether it be market partners or customers, as an extension to their family. And they really do move in such a way. And I know that as a guest sitting there, that can sound pretty like corny and cliche. One second. You, sorry. Sometimes those things just happen and you can't make them stop without making a really weird face. But we are owned and operated by a family, actually predominantly by a father and son, which is something that when you see what can get done when they don't have to go through a bunch of shareholders who are at the end of the day very much so like worried about the bottom line, right? When you have to answer to shareholders, we're not publicly traded, so we're not worried about fluctuations in the stock market. We're not worried about any of that. Actually, the main thing that our ownership worries about is, are the customers happy? We are a customer first based business. Are the customers happy? Okay. And then are the market partners happy? How is everything going? How are things working? All of those different things. So we are family owned and operated, and we're grateful. So you can actually go through and look at Monat as a whole and the gratitude impact that we have. There's actually a Monat Gratitude Foundation social media page on Instagram that you can go and look at. We would be here until it was time for us to wake up here in the morning if I went through all of the different things that Monat does with a gratitude impact of things. But I will just share on 1 week. There's 1 week of the year, and it's actually our chairman's birthday that is like gratitude week, right? That is when you will see gratitude out in absolute full force globally, around the globe. Every single team, every single person has that at their focus. So whether or not that is just passing out, thank you cards or some like gift cards or flowers to random strangers, or sometimes it's things as big as hosting a Christmas party for women's shelters and different things like that. But that's really where we step into that. So I'm going to pass over to back over to Larissa, and she's going to tell you why Monat.
Okay, so we heard about the who Monat is, and now we'll do the why Monat. So you have the ability to earn what you want and how you want. So we have an incredible compensation plan. And if you're wondering what compensation plan means, obviously that means how we get paid. In the network marketing scene, we are seen to have one of the best compensation plans. And we can share that information with you, obviously on another call. But if you're interested in how we get paid, definitely reach out to the person who brought you here. They can show you the exact sheet, go through it all. Any questions you have, definitely ask. So we're featuring commissions, multiple bonuses, opportunities, 3-tier car program. And the nice thing about our car program is it is in like our middle of our compensation plan. So you don't have to be at the top of the top to achieve the car. And Kat and I are both achievers of the car, so we know that firsthand. So you can share it without limits. So this is the nicest part too, is you could do what you do, like already sharing the things that you love and see on social media or with friends and family, or just word of mouth. Or you can just do in events in person, or you could solely do social media or solely do events in person. It's literally up to you. We like to do a mix of things. We probably would not have met all of you guys if it wouldn't have been for the internet and social media. So I do have high praise for that. and your customers can shop how they would like without changing their buying habits. So everything is online. We have a back office that everyone just goes through and purchases things. We have a consumable product. It's customizable product line that satisfies customers, and we'll have repeat sales. So I always like to say, like, literally, like, our product is going down the drain. So if you are a customer and you're purchasing and you like it, you're going to have to rebuy this product because you're going to miss it when you don't have it anymore. So it's not a one-time customer company, it's a multiple customer all the time repurchasing. We also do have a 30-day money back guarantee. So, you could have one drop left in your bottle and you'd be like, I just don't really like it on the 28th or 30th day, and you can send it back. We do like to tell you though, if you have used the whole bottle in 30 days, you have used it the wrong way, and you will not like the product. We have a very concentrated product, so it will take you more than 30 days to use our product. So you don't have to carry an inventory. So it doesn't mean you have to have a pantry full of products that you're like, how am I ever going to get rid of this? Like I said, we have a back office and everything ships directly from your website to your customer. So we are a winner of multiple events. This is in Canada, in Australia, in the US, in Europe. For here in Canada, we have been in Forbes, we have been in Vogue, we have been in CTV, we've been in Elle, Cosmopolitan, all the things. And we also are committed to quality and safety. So our naturally based ingredients are formulated and tested with us in mind. To say that, we also say yes to using only safe and clinical tested ingredients. We are very, very, very strong on our ingredients and how we test them. Like when we see these products in our hand, they have been literally tested and in the labs for probably 2 years before we've even seen these in our hands. So I love that, and we take that very seriously. We only use safe and colorants and fragrances. We're vegan, we are gluten-free, we're Leaping Bunny approved, animal friendly, and non-GMO. The one thing I do like to point out is Leaping Bunny approved is a bigger deal than you actually think it is. So when you see like that Leaping Bunny approved sticker on the bottle, not like the other bunnies that are kind of appearing everywhere else, but like the actual sealed sliver, like this sign, you should know that like that takes actually 2.5 years for someone to like fine tooth go through our factories and our products to make sure that there is not a single animal that's ever represented into our testing, anything to have that. So I really like that. So now I'm going to hand it over to Katrina, and she's going to tell you about some real results.
Okay, the results part, you guys, actually gets me so excited because, all right, like literally not before Monat had there been a brand that was purely built off of real customers and real results. You can go and look at the hashtag Monat before and afters. You can go and look at the Monat site. You can go look at any single Monat girl. I mean, for Larissa and I right now, it doesn't quite look like we're like glorious hair people, but we got up 20 minutes ago in the middle of the night to come and talk with all of you guys. But you can go and check out our social medias, and Marissa will drop hers for you there, and I'll drop mine for you after I'm done here. And you can go and look at our hair, at our process, at our journey, and then you can also check out tons of other people's. But really understanding that it is real results. Okay. Super real results. As a matter of fact, Monat is super, super strict with us market partners and our compliance department. If they see something very falsified come up, they will actually have you take it down. And if you as a market partner are posting things that are super, super doctored or false looking, guess what happens? And you don't take it down, you will legitimately not be a market partner anymore. Compliance is no joke, right? I love that part. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like in today's world, like I recently got scammed by people being fake people on the internet. And so I'm very, very passionate about this. And Larissa's like smirking because she knows. And if you want to know that story, I'm actually going to be sharing that on my social media here probably today because it's quite funny, but also very sad on Kitty Cat's part over here. Okay. But let's really understand that our results come in and they're real. Our results are not overnight, right? But it's just like any kind of really good treatment system that you're going to get onto when we treat the scalp first. and then the rest of the hair follows, you will see results. You will be so excited about your results. And please understand that, like Larissa previously touched on, like there is a way to use our products, just like there also is a way to select which products are going to be for you. So your biggest asset is going to be the person who sent you here, right? They're going to be able to give you a consultation based off of where your budget's at. They're going to help you set up the most amazing hair care system and treatment system for yourself so that, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months from now, you're sitting there raving and talking about your before and after. So Rissa's going to talk about the VIP treatment here for you guys.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna go like too much detail into this because if you are interested in the perks of being a VIP, please reach out to the person who sent you here. But as a VIP, you will get 15% off all products and you'll save up to 40% when combined with our Monat Purchase Plus. So like the more you spend, the more you save sort of thing. We have free shipping on qualified orders and with your flex ships, you can replenish your favorites and you'll never run out. We call it a flex ship because it's very flexible. So you can push it out as many times as you want to, just have it there. And it's like a reminder of like, oh, do I need anything? If not, I'm going to push this out. We have our Only For You that's included. It's our free gift in all of our flagship orders. And then we have a whole bunch of flash sales that you have access to when you are a VIP. And then you get a special treat on your birthday as well. So now we're gonna go to the next section and Kat will bring that to you.
Perfect. So now basically I am going to talk a little bit about the whole idea of like what comes to you when you become a market partner. All right. And I'm going to talk to you about number one, that there is no risk in this. And I know that like that sounds really like um almost naive of me to say, oh, there's no risk, but there actually isn't. All right. 9 years ago, when Larissa and I joined, I would say that there was some risk because our product packs were very expensive then. So now when I look at them here, where they are literally, there's a price point for every single person, and this is your entry fee for the business. It's not a six-figure price tag for you to start your very own business, but let me tell you, if you step in to a business that costs you, 3 figures, being like around the 200, and I believe in Australia, Bell, you can drop in the what the first product pack price is in Australian dollars, because I think that the Canadian dollars are different there for it. But when you look at the price there and what people are paying for a brick and mortar, 240, that's what I figured it was, but I didn't want to start talking, but 240 to 100,000 is a very different number, right? But if you step into this and you work this business like it was, you opened a coffee shop on a street in your town, or you opened up some sort of business, if you work it like that, it will pay you way more handsomely than any other business will. I can promise you that, right? It is one of those things though that it is up to you. It can be the most beautiful experience for yourself in it. There's real earnings in it and all of those different things that come with it. Larissa touched on the compensation plan. So if that's something that you want to know more about in that there, please reach out to the person who brought you here, because at the end of the day, the choice is yours. The choice is yours as to how you want to rock with this. And it's really cool because the choice is also yours when it comes to the business. You can come into the business and have it be this thing that brings you in that extra $100 to $200 a month to really go and like, top up your spending account or all those different things. Or you can jump in like myself and Larissa and Belle, where it's like, this is going to be your plan A and everything else in your life becomes plan B. Right. So I will have Rissa jump in and she's just going to talk to you a little bit about the percentages of earnings and that part there. And then the last part that we're going to really give you is just going to be like a base overview of the money that can be made.
So this is where it gets fun. I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering, well, how do I make money with Monat? So there actually is 10 ways you can produce an income with Monat. I'm going to go over like the top like 5 or 6 of that are kind of going to be the most easiest to explain. The rest, if you are interested, like I said, please reach out to who brought you here and they can definitely show you all 10 ways and get you excited and signing up right away. So you're going to get 30% off all Monat products and save up to 55% when combined with our Purchase Plus, which is, like I said, is the more you buy, the more you save. We have 30 to 45% commissions on our retail sales, 15 to 30% commissions on our VIP sales. and more bonuses and opportunities as you build your business. There's a million different bonuses. It's not just like when you rank up, you get bonuses for having, the highest selling percentage and, adding new people to your team, all that kind of good stuff. You have bonus opportunities as you build your business too. So Kat is going to talk about the Smart Start in 2 seconds here, which is kind of going to be like your initiation into the business and how you can kind of make as many bonuses as you can at first. So, and then we have our motor club, like I discussed earlier, and then you have incentive trips and more. So Kat's going to talk about our Smart Start bonuses.
Okay, I purposely go and structure whenever I'm doing this with someone else that I can talk about the bonuses and the money part because I am one of those people that is not scared to talk about money. I actually get quite excited to talk about money because I think money is something that we all can recognize does make life easier up to a certain point, right? Like, I don't know about you guys. I was a super broke single mom working my butt off, right? And there was no bonuses available. I was a massage therapist, so I was beside the table. And if I was not beside the table working on someone, I was not making money. And so when I looked at money, and I'm telling you that because when I looked at money and I saw the fact that there was bonuses on top of just my commissions, you guys literally like I was floating. I was just walking around, floating around in this like new world of like, are you freaking kidding me? Because I got so jacked up. And one thing you need to know, I'm gonna not gonna go right into numbers because again, it changes for every single country that you're in. Anything that I do share, you will make more in Australia and in New Zealand than we do in Canada. Okay. So just so that you are aware of that there. But I got so excited because you know what? Our compensation plan is front end loaded. And that's a really actually a huge thing for you to understand. Now, a front end loaded compensation means that there is a mountain of money on the table available to someone who is brand new, right? Someone who joins, they have what's called their Smart Start, and their Smart Start is going to be the month they join in and the full 2 months after. This is also really exciting because when we first joined, Smart Start was only the month you joined and 1 month after. That's all you got, right? And we also did not have these bonuses like I'm going to be sharing with you. What you guys have every single day in bonuses, you guys, is what we had as our Smart Start. So I won't talk in the past because it's not relevant to you guys. This is what is here today. But please just know that it is also very rare, very, very rare that in a company, the compensation plan actually got more lucrative and not less lucrative as it was rolling along in those years. That is massively different in this space here in Monat. So just to understand that we have bonuses on top of your commissions every single time that you get 4 VIP customers. So those are, Larissa talked about the VIPs. Every single time you get 4 of those, boom, another bonus right on top of that. Okay. Then when you get 4 VIPs and 1 new market partner, so you found 4 customers and then you found 1 more person who wants to work this business like you, or maybe more than you or less than you. It really doesn't matter. It does not matter what they want to do with the business. If they sign up as a market partner, it could even be just to get the 30% discount. We're going to be honest here. That sometimes happens. Okay. Then there's another bonus. So you got your 4 plus your 1. Now there's another bonus there on top of the VIP bonus. These are all stacking bonuses. These are not like one that you cancel out the other one because you got one. Now, if you build 3 blocks, right? So a block is 4 VIPs and 1 market partner. If you do that 3 times, okay, you're going to get another bonus on top of the other bonuses. So on top of the VIP, on top of the block, now we have a Mo neighborhood bonus right there. So those bonuses are all going to stack up. So in Canadian dollars, that does all those bonuses stacked on top of each other becomes $1,395. Okay, so we're not talking even about any kind of product pack bonuses. We're not talking about rank advancement bonuses. Those are all also things that you'll see in the compensation plan that literally go in to just spice up your initial months with money, because we know that one of the biggest things, one of the absolute biggest questions that people have when they step into this business is number 1, can I make my money back? Number 2, how will I make my money back? And is it even possible to do that? Right. And so we created a structure here in Monat that it is 100% possible. Actually, it is so possible to do more than you even invested right in your first 2 weeks, 30 days, 90 days, whatever it is for you, but it is there. And so I'm going to close out tonight before we're going to open up for some questions if anybody has it. And I'm just going to say that if you are sitting here and you're wondering, you know, what should I do? What should I do? How should I go about this? I'm going to just tell you a simple thing. If you are the type of person that you got a brand new pair of jeans, all right, you got a brand new pair of jeans, you're feeling yourself, you're walking down the street, and someone says, wow, I really like your jeans. And you're the type of person that says, oh, thank you so much. And you move along with your day. You should be a VIP. Okay. If you are the type of person that someone's like, wow, love your jeans, and you're like, oh my goodness, thank you. They were here, and guess what? They were on sale. If you are referring naturally, if you're someone who, when someone compliments something that you have, you will instantly talk, oh, I got it here and it was on sale, or I got it here and you know, you can't get it anymore. It was like 5 years ago, but you're talking about more than just a thank you and move on. Then you should look at being a market partner, because you're going to start using these products. If you don't start today, you're going to start somewhere down the road, because honestly, we see it all the time where money is just a wave and people don't stop using money, right? It is the best freaking shampoo and treatment system on the market. So with that, do we have any questions? And if you don't have questions here, that's okay, because we know you probably do have some. So I do suggest that you go to the person who sent you here. The choice is yours. What you're going to do with this, if you're going to do anything with it. But just know that this won't be the last time that you're hearing about money. And so the person that sent you here really thinks something very highly of you. So you do yourself the service of really looking at it, because they see something in you. If they're sending you this, if you're watching this live, they see something in you that they know that you could crush it. Okay, so if we don't have any questions, we're going to leave this here for you guys. If there is, the recording will be up, so you can share it with anybody that you would like to share it with, and we'll be here to answer any questions. And I know Belle will be there to answer them and while we're sleeping. So talk with you guys all later, and have a great one.